Hello there, kids. How are you all? This is your ma'am Akshita, and I would like to welcome you to the solution video of the seventh test that you have written, which is with respect to the entire syllabus till hydrocarbons. So, starting off with the first question, they are saying D2O is preferred to H2O as a moderator in nuclear reactors because, beta, the answer is very simple. It is none of these. The reason is H2O that is there, the H2O that is there, it absorbs neutrons. It absorbs what, beta? It absorbs neutrons. As a result, what happens is the number of neutrons, okay, neutrons required for fission reaction, it decreases. That is the reason why D2O is used. D2O is used. Thereby, since none of these reasons match to this, thereby option 4 is the answer. Moving on to the next question. The volume of carbon dioxide produced by the combustion of 40 ml of acetone in excess of oxygen is, okay, so this is our acetone, right? It needs 8 by 2. You can balance it to give rise to 3 moles of CO2 plus 3 moles of H2O. So if 1 mole of acetone, okay, or let's say 1 ml, let's say 1 ml of acetone requires 3 ml of carbon dioxide, then 40 ml of acetone would require how much? Obviously 120 ml of carbon dioxide. Thereby option 4 is the answer for this one. Moving on to the next question, choose the correct order of bond strength by overlapping atomic orbitals. Now here I know you can get confused. See, but the first thing that you need to keep in mind is less is the n value, that is the principal quantum number. Okay, lesser will be the atomic radius, more will be the overlapping. This is the first thing you need to keep in mind. The second thing that you have learned already, which you have already learned in VSCPR, is that in VBT, that is the PP overlap is more than, PP overlap is more than, SP overlap is more than SS overlap. Now, keeping this in mind, option 4 becomes the answer because 1S, 1S. Okay, here the n is the least, then 1s 2p. Why? Because s and p, and finally 1s 2s. So option 4 is the answer. Moving on to the next question, the equilibrium constant for the reaction below is given. So beta, here now what you need to keep in mind is delta G naught is equal to delta H naught minus T delta S naught. The value of H naught and S naught is given. Upon substituting, you will get delta G naught's value as minus 28.4 kilojoule per mole. We want to reduce it to only joules. So that is minus 28400 joule per mole. Now we also know that delta G naught is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log of equilibrium, right? Log of equilibrium. We already have this value. We have the value of nRT. N is obviously, here it is 1 only. Okay, so you substitute the value, you will get minus 28400 is equal to minus 2.303 into 8.314 into 400 into log of K equilibrium. Minus minus gets cancelled. Upon solving, you'll get log of K equilibrium as 3.703. So K equilibrium will be 1.95 into 10 to the power minus 4, which is option 3. Moving on to the next question. Now here they are saying, okay, the energy of the electron and hydrogen like ion are given as this. Yes, we know that energy is given as minus 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 into z square by n square. This we are known. Where n is the principal quantum number and z is the atomic number of the element. The ionization energy of Li2 plus ion is. So beta, let's say we know that En is equal to, now as n increases, the value of n will increase, the value of n by n square will decrease, no? Right, as the value of n will increase, right? So at one point it becomes 0, right? At one point it becomes 0 and it is regarded as an ionized species. So at that point difference in energies is nothing but the ionization energy. So let's take that point. Okay, so En is going to be IE is going to be minus 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 into z square into 0, where 1 by n square is decreasing to the point it becomes 0, minus of minus 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 into z square by n square. Now this entire value becomes 0, minus into minus becomes plus, so you will get 2.18 in 10 to the power minus 18 into z square by n is anyway 1. Now z square, for lithium z is equal to 3, so z square becomes 9. You substitute that value 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 into 9. You will get the answer as 1.962 into, sorry, 19 point, not 1 point. I'll write it again. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. 19.62 into 10 to the power minus 18 joule. This is in joules. We want this in kilojoules, so we divide it by 1000 beta. When we divide it by 1000, we will get it as 19.62 into 10 to the power minus 21 kilojoule. Now I want it per mole, so I multiply it with Na. The moment I multiply it with Na, I get the answer as 11.8 into 10 to the power 3. That is kilojoule per mole. This is going to be the answer, which is your option 4. Moving on to the next question. Now here you see H plus. What do you see? You see H plus over here. So you are going to ionize this using the balance this using the ion electron method. Okay, beta, that is one thing. You're going to balance this using the ion electron method. Okay, so upon doing that, you'll get 3Cn minus plus 7NO3 minus gives rise to 10NO plus 3CO2 plus ACO2. All right. Now they have given H2O. They have given what 5 H2O 5 H2. Now they have given C by 2 is equal to 5. So C is going to be 5 into 2, that is 10. The answer is 3, 7, 10, where A is 3, B is 7 and C is 10. Clear beta? Moving on to the next question. Arrange the following acidic strength. Now this is very easy. A is more than, B is more than, C is more than D, because the acidic strength, which is option A, because acidic strength is directly proportional to minus I group, and as you see NO2 is more minus I than Cn, then Cl3, then Cl2. Okay, so here it has one hydrogen beta, that is why it is making a difference. Clear? Moving on to the next question. Now here NO2 is there beta, Cl, NO2 is more how do I say prioritized than Cl. So the Cl, NO2 is meta-directing, so Cl is going to be stable. So this Cl is going to react, that way option 3 is going to be the answer. Next point, then 10 ml of H2O contains 0.1 m NH4Cl and 0.0 m NH4OH. Which addition would not change the pH? Now beta, adding 1 ml will not change. And you can add 1 ml to, both, 1 ml water to both, and it will not change because both NH4Cl and NH4OH are diluted to the same extent. So POH will be equal to minus log Kb plus log of the salt by the base. Moving on to the next question. Which one of the following is not a non-biodegradable industrial waste? Is not a non-biodegradable. That is, which is a biodegradable. That is waste from textile industries. Moving on to the next question. The radius of which ion is closest to lithium beta? Magnesium is the answer. Direct questions now. The root mean square speed of 8 gram of helium is this much. Total kinetic energy of helium gases. Now you know that Vrms is given as under root 3 RT by m, where m is nothing but the molar mass. So whether you take 8 grams of helium or 100 grams of helium, it is going to be dependent on the molar mass, and they have given us 300 is equal to 3 RT, we don't know. Okay, 8 grams, so I will take it as 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. So RT, I get it as 120. Now the kinetic energy, kinetic energy is nothing but 3 by 2 nRT. We know the value of RT from here, so kinetic energy is going to be nothing but 3 by 2 into n into 120. But what about n, ma'am? Now they have given 8 grams, 8 divided by 4, 2 moles. So it is going to be 3 by 2 into 2 into 120. 2 gets cancelled. 360 joules is the answer, which is option 3 for you. Moving on to the next question. Which one of the following sets of monosaccharides forms glucose? Alpha D glucose plus beta D fructose. Which is your option 2. Moving on to the next question. Elimination of bromine from 2-bromobutane results in the formation of, let's write it down, CH3, CH2, CH, Br, CH3. So you will get 2, beta, 2. According to Markovnikov's rule, okay, you will get CH3 CH, CH, CH3, and this is going to be CH3, CH2, CH, CH, double bond CH2. So this is 2 butene, this is 1 butene, this is major product beta, this is minor. So predominantly 2 butene is formed. Moving on to the next question. The correct structure is, beta, here it should be single bond, not double bond. Option 3. Moving on to the next question. Bayer's process is used for the purification of bauxite containing as impurity, which is silica. Moving on to the next question. COS is obtained in group 4 of salt analysis, is dissolved in aqua regia and is treated with excess of NaHCO3. So it is going to be nothing but 3COS plus 6HCl plus 2HNO3. This is treating with aqua regia, beta. It is giving us 3COCl2 plus 2NO plus 3S plus 4H2O. This is cobalt chloride. Cobalt chloride. Now this cobalt chloride reacts with NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate, in excess, beta, to give rise to Na2COHCO3 taken 4 times. This is nothing but sodium cobalty carbonate, and this is what is formed. Thereby option 3 is there. Moving on to the next question. According to Kohlrausch law, what is going to happen? A2B is there. Okay. I can write the molar conductivity of A2B as nothing but the ionic conductivity of A plus plus B minus at infinity. Option 4 is the answer for this one. Next, ma'am. In a mixture of A and B, components show positive deviation when AB interaction is weaker than AA and BB interaction. Next one. The high temperature. How do I do this? This is very simple. You calculate K1, which comes out to be NCH4 into NCO2 divided by NCH3COOH into V. Then you take K2, okay, NCH2CO into NH2O divided by NCH3COOH into V. Now K1 by K2 is going to give you the answer. When you apply this, beta, obviously option 2 is the answer for this one. Moving on to the next question. Lanthanides and actinides resemble in their oxidation state. Hydrolysis of 1 mole of peroxodisulfuric acid, that is H2S2O8, when interacts with H2O, this is peroxodisulfuric acid, it will give rise to 1 mole of sulfuric acid plus 1 mole of peroxomonosulfuric acid. So option 3 is the answer. Next question. Which of the following behaves like pseudohalogen compound? This does. Next, the biological role of potassium is option 4, all the 4. It regulates, yes. It participates in oxidation, yes, this. Next one. Which of the following statements are not the biological role of sodium and potassium? Clotting of blood. This is the role of calcium. Thereby only option 3 is the answer. And with this, kids, we have come to the end of the session. Any doubts anywhere, please feel free to reach out to me. And until we meet next, keep smiling, keep revising, and stay healthy. Bye-bye.